right, welcome to the Dev Show. I'm excited to finally say that, Carson, because we've talked for so long and you're finally coming on. How are you?
I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
good. You want to introduce me to your friends here that we have more cast of the No Return film?
Okay, so we got Ammar here. Hey, how's
How's
it
it
going?
going?
And then we got Zach here.
How you doing?
He plays Jeff, and he plays Wayne. And I'm gonna let them kind of introduce
Right on.
themselves.
Whatever you want to. Cool, I'll go first. My name's Ammar. I'm 22 years old. I'm from California. I moved to North Carolina about a couple months ago, and I'm training in Charlotte at the moment.
Nice.
Hey, I'm Zach. You can call me. I'm Zachary. You can call me Zach. Actually, just going. I'm gonna do the whole Zachary thing. See how that works out. I am 20. I'm from New Jersey, but I currently live in Charleston, South Carolina. Studying arts management. Focused on the music industry, and I'm taking online Zoom classes actually through school in LA. So it's going really
Right
well.
on. Okay, so three guys chasing their dreams. You're all in Charleston, which is where one of my favorite shows, Outer Banks, gets filmed, but that's another story. How did you guys come to meet?
So it really started at the beginning of this process. Me and another person named Guy started off sitting in my living room, just bouncing ideas off of another script we had wrote. And then we were like, hey, we should do this in a video store. So then we were like, okay, well, now we have to write it. So I wrote it. And then I went on this. They found me on two different casting platforms. And I just posted it many places. I was like,
Right.
I need anybody who wants to be in this, please. And both of them found it. And there's a lot of good people, I would say, but these two really related to the characters the most, I would say.
Right. Now, was there an audition process, or did you guys were you guys just like did you just find become friends with these guys and they kind of just came into the roles
Yeah, there was
themselves?
a couple of callbacks for it because I wanted to make sure that not only they were good by themselves, but they were good together.
Right.
Because without them being good together, it just wouldn't work.
Right.
I actually had. I don't want to interrupt, but I actually had auditioned for Wayne first.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Initially, like that was like all right. I was like, I'm this dude, like for sure.
All right. Right,
And
man.
then Carson was just like, let's try Jeff. I was like,
Yeah.
may as well. Worked out.
Right. So I like the different aspects of this film. This is actually your debut film, right, Carson?
Yeah.
Have you written before, or is this your first kind of piece?
It's the first thing that's ever been actually made. I've written a bunch of stuff. I can't say it's very good, but yeah, this is the first one I've really came to make. And as you guys will see in the behind the scenes footage, that video store was actually the video store I went to growing up as a kid.
Yeah, tell us
So
tell
yeah,
us
it's
a
a
little
very
bit
special
about that.
thing.
I was looking into that, and Family Video is actually a really well branded video store.
Actually have my sweatshirt on right now. Family Video is really a thing. I guess it's in the South because I don't think either one of these guys have ever heard
Neither
of
have
it
I.
before.
Heard of it, never been.
Block.
So it's kind of like Blockbuster, but it was small.
Right.
It had that kind of family aspect. Like, I'll tell a story real quick. I was quite young, and there was this movie that was awful. Kids should not see it. And I went to Family Video, and I picked it up. I'm like, Mom, can I watch this? She didn't know what it was. She's like, sure. So then I went back to rent it 10 more times before she was just like, they're gonna think I'm a bad parent letting you watch this.
Right.
So that was at that Family Video that we filmed at, and we took that Family Video after they closed down because they closed down all of their stores. Every Family Video is closed now, and so officially we turned that store back into a Family Video for Family Video's last run.
Right on. And so the feel of the film, you get the feels of the 80s, but you have movies from present day. I mean, at least I personally get feelings from the 80s. There was something that you told me a little bit about how the time works in this film and how it's kind of up to the viewer. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. I mean, sure. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, oh, that new releases section that has anything from Rain Man to Us, and then it has like stuff from like Back to the Future to the new Halloween. It's like, why is there so much stuff going on? Because there's so many movies that base it around a certain time that I just really didn't like the fact that everybody could always pinpoint where it's coming from. Neither one of these guys were using phones, so you don't know.
Right. And
So I like that kind of.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I like that feel because you know what? Video stores now are something that are even gone. Oops, I hit my mic. That's not going to sound good. But video stores are something that don't exist anymore. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of like a time capsule in a way.
Yeah.
Did you draw any inspiration from any other directors? And a question for you guys as well. Who are your influencers, or who are your favorite actors that you kind of are inspired by? You go first, Carson, and then they can answer. I just wanted to know what filmmakers you drew inspiration from.
This film, and I'll tell these guys till the end of time, this film was mainly, and especially my next one, are very highly inspired by Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele is a very important person directing wise to me. I also love, I think Quentin Tarantino is great.
Yeah.
Those are two that I just really, but Jordan Peele really just inspired the way these shots look.
Right.
That's cool.
And I watched the film for the first time. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You guys go ahead.
Oh, good.
No, I was just going to say, yeah. I watched the film for the first time. I just have to say that the cinematics were great for a first time filmmaker, right? And so, yeah, so you guys, is your inspiration drawn from?
Honestly, I hate to be that guy, but I like Joe Keery a lot as an actor. I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan, but you don't see any of that in my acting. You know what I mean? I don't think I kind of take anything from any actors nowadays. I kind of just like to watch
That's
them.
A good quality, though. You know,
do my own thing. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like that, but I'd rather kind of go my own route if that makes any sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ammar?
What? Well, I'm on the same boat as Zach. I like Ryan Reynolds as well. I like Denzel Washington, and it's not really like their acting; like they're phenomenal. Like it's their that, and it's like the ability to still be yourself and have your life, and put yourself in another person's shoes. I think seeing how they handle that, like mentally, like I mean, I don't know them like that, but just by looking at them, how they talk in interviews, like you could just tell, like that they're very, dedicated to the discipline of acting. Yeah. So it's not like I don't want to be like them, like Zach was saying. It's like we're all people, but it's like seeing them, like function and being to really get in depth into their characters and be committed. I think that's what really, like, for me, it inspires me to do it, because it's like a whole different experience. And I consider myself a beginner. And I'm just going out there doing what I can. But I want to get to that, whatever that is, that empty core of commitment, empty as in vessel, but whatever that is, I see that in them, and I want to train as hard to get there.
Right on. That was a good answer. So Carson, I know that this might be time soon. But before I go, we kind of wanted to touch on your night tonight. How was your night? You're telling me that this was your opening premiere.
It was very weird. Even leading up to today, I didn't really feel like anything special about it, like, because I don't know. Ever since that day, this is like a really honest answer. I don't do a lot of stuff when I'm not doing stuff involving filming stuff. So whenever I do get to do stuff like this, it's something I really look forward to. Like, I do your average day things, but this is what I really love to do, and I really realize it when I do stuff like this, because I realize how much I love it, how much it inspires me to do more.
Right.
So it's been one of those nights where it's a great night, and yeah, but we had time.
Right on, man. And so, being in your shoes and seeing your first set be built, I know I got to see a little bit of the set building from up here in Canada, but being in that position where now you're seeing your vision come to life, you've got a brand, and not only a brand, but a well-known brand lending you a whole video store. What was it like seeing your vision being built for the first time, and what was it like doing it?
It was sad in a way, because I walked into the video store the first time when I first got the lease, and I was like, man, this is really sucky, because it was empty. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, man, I grew up here and it's gone. And so, but then once we were done, I walked into that store and it was like, man, it was like I was back to my childhood, and that was like, it's crazy for me. And Yeah, but I'd love to let these guys talk.
Yeah, no, for
'Cause
sure.
they have some stuff. Yeah.
So we see this film. We see these two guys working in a video store. One's got the hops for the boss. What was it like playing that character, Mar?
Wait, one more time.
So you're playing a character. You guys are friends. You're working at the video store. You've got the hots for the boss. What was it like stepping into your
Yeah.
character?
Well, you know, I there's some similarities between me and Wayne. Not much, but I do feel like his, obnoxious ditziness. It wasn't that hard to get that for me. But yeah, like Wayne, man. Let's just say he's funny. Let's just say he's a very funny guy, and it was really fun. It was really fun playing him, and even though it's a short film, I felt like there's a whole story between Jeff and Wayne and Sandra. There's something there. It just seems like normal. It's just like normal until
Until yeah.
Yeah, there's so much more.
Yeah, for sure. Zachary, you were mentioning earlier that you are trying to kind of break into the music industry. So what does that look like for you? How's your situation look like, especially in these days?
Yeah, so I've been making music since I was 16, and I was doing it consistently up until I was about 19, probably like a year and a half ago. I'm still a DJ, and I still play as many bars as possible during COVID, but in clubs and all that. But it's tough. But I was just producing music and writing music for people. I still do that, but I was just like putting a lot of stuff out under my name. I just like kind of started to not like it. I knew there was like more. I knew there was something bigger, something better, and I always wanted to. I always had an inclination for acting. I just never knew how to step into it or when or if it was like if it cost too much money or like blah blah blah. I never knew like any of the details, and I honestly just like said I'm gonna go with it. Just like last year, I think in August, I was like, yeah, like let's start acting. Sure.
Yeah, it's another path.
When it's going on from there, it's awesome. Yeah.
That's the thing about being creative. I mean, I guess you call people like us creators, actors, singers, filmmakers.
Yeah.
You're looking at an actor, someone who's working in the music industry a little bit, and director and writer all in one frame, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure that, I mean, I know you guys have both seen your fair share of other sets, other film sets, whether it's TV or movies. Yeah. What was it like seeing a smaller set like Carson's? I'm sure it kind of brought you guys together in a way that's not as possible on a huge, big budget film. You don't get to know everybody like you do on a set. So what was that like for each of you?
It was awesome. Me and Ammar are still really good friends. Like, we were like enclosed, we were entrapped in that little space. So like we had nothing to do but talk to each other. So like we got along right away, which was awesome. So
it was intimate. Like, more intimate. Exactly. And I felt comfortable.
Right.
Like I was just like, thank God, And everyone, April.
Yeah, April's the best.
Zach, Jordan, Justin, Mark. I could name Chrissy. I could just keep naming, but everyone was great.
Everybody was awesome.
For sure. And Carson?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. After I could tell you that night, like Ammar told me whenever he got home, he felt sad because it was over. Whenever I got home, all I thought about was sleep. I'm not gonna lie to anybody.
Yeah, I got home. I was in pain.
I definitely, whenever I left, I was like, oh, okay, I'm done. That was a long night. I don't want to be here anymore. But after that day, once I knew that it was done, once I knew everything was taken out of there, and kind of made me sad because it was over, and it was just like the whole storyline of these two characters. And after you guys watch this, they're done. There's no, as you guys will see, there's no real ending.
Right.
No return.
No return.
There you go.
So Carson.
Yeah.
These characters that you have now brought into existence, you've now created your own universe, and I don't know what it's like yet, but you've created a universe. Now, are you going to play with this universe at all in the future? You think that we can see more of these characters? Do you think that we'll see a resolution of why I don't know if we're doing spoilers here, why he did what he did?
You'll learn in the behind the scenes video. We did this all in the theater. We asked everybody. It was a mixed opinion. We'll do spoilers. Everybody stop right here if you haven't seen the film yet.
Go see the film. I'll
hope
card
you don't have a
it.
link
It'll
in
be
the box.
carded right here, right now, at the top, right there.
So everybody stop.
Spoiler alert.
Somewhere.
Spoiler alert.
So we asked, do you think they're alive or dead? Everybody had a different answer. What do you think, Devin?
Do I think they're alive or dead? Well, the look of that guy, the look of the killer. Killer. I don't know. I kind of think that they're dead. I kind of think in a way that it looked like he was gonna take over the.
See, I love that because I told everybody, even in the behind the scenes video, you'll see. I said this is up to everybody. I'll never answer that question. I don't think they'll ever. Now you can quote me on this, and it might not be true. I don't think there's ever going to be a second part of this. I want it to always be left to the imagination.
Right. That's a good way. That's a good way to do it. I know a few good projects or good movies and stuff like that where it's left to be up to your imagination. Now sometimes that can piss people off, but
yeah.
I mean, are you guys content? You guys satisfied with your creation? You guys you like it out overall?
Yeah, 100%. Like seeing like my face on the screen like that, I was self-conscious. I'm like, wow, is my forehead that big? But I think just realizing like the process, and it's really about the process when it comes to acting. And if I was worried about like the end product, I might be a little more like squeamish. But I think it's all about the process, and the process of this short film has been like an amazing experience, like for me. And I thank Carson today because now I have more real footage,
For sure.
for the real.
Right on. And then one quick question before we can go in. I'll give you the floor. I always give my guests the floor to promote, talk about whatever they want. So you said, Mar, that there was a lot of talking that went on behind the scenes because you were stuck in this video store. I'm sure there's a lot of talk about movies and TV shows and the stuff you guys are creating. Did you guys discuss your favorite films? Do you guys what are your favorite movies? Since we're set in a video store, why not talk about it?
I'll have to pass.
You'll have to pass.
Okay.
No favorite movie.
Yeah,
Come back.
We're gonna go to you.
So I'm a big A24 guy.
Okay.
So I also love horror movies and thrillers, but like right now I got a couple. Scott Pilgrim will always be. I know it's not an A24 film, but it will always be a classic. Ready Player One, also not an A24 film, but Midsummer and Hereditary, like I love those movies, man. And The Lighthouse. Like I don't know what it is, but those movies are just so like mentally jarring that it's just and like you see new things every time, which I love with movies.
Yeah.
And every single time I've watched those movies 10, 15 times over, and I find something new every time, which is awesome.
Right on.
So I just love that.
I got mine.
All right.
They're all three very different.
Okay.
There's Get Out, Meet Earl and the Dying Girl, and Back to the Future.
Right on.
That's top tier. You know what? The movie that comes from me is Insidious.
Insidious.
I want to watch that right now.
The OG.
Hey,
Yeah,
Insidious is great. I mean, what do you think about like 2 and 3 though, and 4? Is there a 4th?
I haven't seen 3. I mean, there's no 3 yet, right?
I don't even know.
I saw 2.
I don't know.
There's a third one.
Third one?
There's a third. Yeah,
There's a third
I had this
Insidious?
argument with my friends. Yeah.
I
I think there's a fourth one. Like
You're
honestly,
lying.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
What the hell?
Sweet.
Wow.
But yeah, so I mean, you guys can check these guys out in No Return. It's a film that's available on YouTube right now. You can check it out if you go to the No Return Instagram. I know there's an auction going on. What else would you like to promote before we wrap up?
There's going to be some different items in the auction that I most of the photos, there's literally photos signed by these guys. There's photos signed by me and all three of these guys. There's 3 more of me. But yeah, there's photos, and they're all going to start at $15 a piece. Whatever they go up to is whatever they go up to. And yeah, that's really about it. But the auction's going to have some pretty cool autographs, and it's going to have a couple props. But yeah, I thank you everybody for watching it, and it means a lot.
Yeah, seriously.
This scene right here, Jeff and Wayne just chatting it up. It started with Zach. He wanted to improvise, and he brung up Superbad. So that's how we got here.
All right, check it out.
Yo, Jeff.
What's up?
Yo, we should definitely invest in fake IDs.
Ooh, we can stop stealing our parents' booze.
Yeah, and we can get cigarettes.
You don't smoke.
I do now. For Sandra.
Was she gonna light your cigarette for you?
Yeah, it's gonna spark up a little conversation and possibly a romance.
I'm down to make love and shit.
Hell yeah.